like this.
Yep. Welcome in to the DNVR Avalanche podcast, live on an off day and presented by Bet365. We've got Bailey, we've got AJ, we've got Rudo coming to you live.
It's so good. So good.
It's I don't know. Does this count as blonde, Tiff? I don't know what that means.
No.
It means you fit right into the Weasley clan, and I'm so here for it.
Yeah. The Weasleys were famously redheaded. That's like copper.
This is as light as I could get it. I left it in my hair for an hour. I definitely burned my scalp doing this. This is as light as I could get it.
He's definitely not following YouTube too.
I even told you. I was like, don't hurt yourself.
Tiff, do you have the picture of me seeing it for the first time when I jumped into the call?
Can we bring this up, please? Because it was so good. I'm obsessed. I feel like it needs to be said, like, the thank you guys so much for the Day of Giving. This is so we can get reactions like this from AJ.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Don't say I don't pay my bets, chat.
Yeah, it's true. Speaking of which, I owe you guys one. I didn't know that I was supposed to be on there till like halfway through the show, and then I was like, this is over. So you guys will probably see me on like Saturday. We'll pick a game.
We'll figure it out.
They got shirtless Rudo instead. It was fine.
I feel like enough happened to where like you're good, AJ.
No, I definitely owe the peeps, but yeah.
We got enough.
Anyway, beyond my nonsense, lots of news to talk about today. We'll get into some of the parity around the NHL. I see the big super chats too. We appreciate you. We'll get to those at the end of the show. Let's start with the Avs news because there's a lot of stuff to get to. Some good, some maybe not so good in Colorado. Gavin Brindley is going to go on this road trip with the Colorado Avalanche. Does not sound like he's going to jump in right away, but I said this in the Discord. Is every Avs injured player ahead of schedule because they just never give us a schedule? Is that
Bednar's intention all along?
Frankly, it's more about that in previous years everybody was so far behind schedule that for years they've conditioned us to have this like Pavlovian response. Even my girlfriend who doesn't pay attention heard week to week, and she looked at me and she goes, "Oh, so he's dead." And I was like, "Yeah, she gets it. She gets it." And now we're getting week to week. Like Kiviranta was 6 to 8 weeks, and he was back in like 5.5. Yeah. And it was like, does this ever happen? And then, of course, on the other side, you have Blackwood and LOC, where it's like Blackwood's took an extra couple of weeks. LOC's is like
we don't know what's going on with LOC.
Yeah, but it wasn't related to his surgery though.
Right.
No,
it was a different thing. So it's like you can't really like judge on that.
What it almost sounded like to Bednar too was it's like a culmination of little things that popped up for LOC. Like his hip is fine.
Yeah.
Like he's doing great with that, but there's like little things. They're like, okay, let's maybe we're a little not as ahead as we thought with an LOC.
So yeah, obviously the LOC thing we've kind of known, but Brindley hopefully back soon. it'll be interesting as the lineup develops. And then the other side of this, after it being precautionary to pull Wedgwood the other night, they did call up Trent Miner today. So a little bit unclear maybe what the Avs goalie situation is going into this road trip.
If he misses the first two, like I'm not.
Yeah.
Like if that's how precautionary this is, let Wedgwood sit in the press box for the first two games. Let Miner sit the bench. Play Blackwood. Let Blackwood get those minutes that he's wanted.
Yep.
For so long, and I mean let Wedgwood do what he needs to do to rest. This is a guy who's been added to the long list for the Olympics too. Like if he needs that rest, give it to him.
Yeah, and frankly, if they have to play Trent Miner on Sunday in Philadelphia, the afternoon game,
it's fine. Yeah,
fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 3-4. You don't want to immediately be like, all right, well, now that Wedgwood's a little banged up, let's burn out Blackwood. You know, like you don't want to.
Right.
There's no reason to just be like, well, I'm just gonna play Mackenzie Blackwood every single night now. We keep arguing like, give Trent Miner a game or two. He's been a really good AHL goaltender for you. He's performed admirably in the NHL. Like, in my opinion, he's just earned it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to do this to your goaltenders where it's like, just see what you've got. It's fine. But yeah, you are in a 3-4 here. And when you mentioned Gavin Brindley earlier, he said he might play at the end of the road trip or near the end.
Yeah.
It's a 4-game road trip. Like, they're not even gone for 7 full days.
Yeah.
He's pretty close. Like,
right.
He's like, I expect we will see him in the Nashville game next week, next Tuesday night. I'm not going to plan to see him before then. And if they do, then that's amazing. Gavin Brindley's going to help this lineup a lot.
Yeah. The thing that I worry about, kind of going back to the goaltenders too, is we've seen in years past where you've got like your 1 and your 2.
Yeah.
Like you've got your goaltender who is your strongest goaltender, and then you've got a serviceable backup. That's really not the situation that the Avs are looking at right now. You've got a really, really good Scott Wedgwood and a really, really good Mackenzie Blackwood. Now you're running into a situation where Trent Miner might be your backup. And I'm not sitting there saying that he is not a good goaltender, but he is maybe in those past situations what the Avs would look like as a serviceable backup. And I don't want Bednar getting back into the habit of running that goaltender into the ground for the sake of, like, you have your good goaltender and you're only going to use Trent Miner when you absolutely need to. He's gotten into a really good rhythm of playing the rested goaltender. And that I think scares me a little bit for this trip.
You just know Blackwood's going to play the front half of that back-to-back, and Bednar's going to be sitting there like, I'll play them both if I have to, and we're all going to be screaming, don't do it.
I am fully expecting Mackenzie Blackwood to play all 4 games on this road trip.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't happen, it's because Scott Wedgwood plays another game.
Right.
But the back-to-back,
Yeah.
I am prepared.
Yeah.
I expect Blackwood plays it unless Wedgwood is ready to go. Yep. So, and I'm not so worried about running anybody into the ground. This is a really busy stretch. Beginning last night, they had 7 games in 12 days, but then they have 2 days off. They play a game. They have 2 days off. Then they have a 3-5. The Christmas break follows. So this really isn't like the front half of December is packed with games. The second half of December is not.
Mm-hmm.
So they're really going to be fine if they decide, hey, we're just going to play Mackenzie Blackwood for the next 2 weeks straight.
Right.
Yeah. By the end of it, by the Florida or Nashville, the home Nashville game, you might be a little tired. He might be a little worn out. And then you might have to consider a different option. But like for this trip, I am preparing for Mackenzie Blackwood to play all 4 games.
Yep.
Yeah, it's probably going to happen, but maybe it doesn't. Who knows? Maybe Mackenzie Blackwood will play his way onto the Olympic team too.
Oh God! Could you
He
imagine?
can be both goalies.
Could you imagine?
The tandem goes. That sounds amazing.
This is not a Canadian roster. This is just the Colorado Avalanche playing behind everybody else.
Send the D pairing. Send the goalie tandem. Send the 1C.
I saw it somewhere. I don't know who it was, but it said instead of Russia, they should just send the Avalanche, and those countries obviously don't get the Avs players, and just have the
Play against
Avalanche
the Avs.
replace Russia in the Olympics and be like, let's see how this goes.
The Avs are that good.
I love that idea.
The Avs
Yeah,
are
I
that
love
good
this
right now.
idea.
It would be
Well, you
great for
remember-
our podcast.
Oh yes.
Rudo remembers the Colorado Eagles when they were part of the CHL used to be
Yep.
so good that the All-Star game was the All-Stars versus the Eagles.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
This is just a super turbocharged version of that. Let's do that.
I did want to roster bait a little bit with you guys, and before we even get to the Brindley side of that conversation, Valenchushkin comes back last game. He plays on your third line. We had speculated about this. At this point, you could probably make an argument that Gabe Landeskog has been the Avs' best player for like the past week. So it's pretty hard to argue moving him back down.
He said, hold up a little bit.
Come on.
I mean, you could make some arguments for the other guys. I feel like Brock Nelson deserves to be in that
For sure.
conversation a little bit.
Nathan McKinnon?
Nathan, that's the easy answer, AJ.
Yeah,
Clearly
I
can't be
understand
that
it's the easy answer, but it's still correct.
Look, he can't have played that good if he was that bored about the game last night. Okay?
Right. No,
I was also bored.
Even Jared Bednar was like, I didn't, his game was okay. Casual 2-goal night from Nathan McKinnon.
So
On what was
he
arguably
was
one of
correct.
the, like, I keep seeing all these comments from Canucks fans too, and they were like, this was such a good game for the Canucks. This was such a fun game to watch. And then there's just Nathan McKinnon off to the side, like, dude, I'm bored.
yeah,
Like, this next, please.
it was a pretty funny Discord on Twitter where all the Canucks fans were like, that was one of the funnest games of the year for us. So the Avs are like,
I've played better.
But is Nichushkin just stuck on the third line here, or can we? Is it Ross Colton's time to get swapped with him? That's really the question I'm asking.
Yeah, I think the big thing there is that Ross Colton's rolling. I mean, he's in a total vibe sesh right now next to Brock Nelson. Both of their numbers have spiked. Landeskog's numbers have spiked. Why do we need to mess with that? Would be the thought process, right? Jared Bednar's like, this is working great.
Yep.
Val Nichushkin plays on that line last night. It's the best that line has looked, arguably, since he got hurt. Because that line is turned into kind of like your quiet problem where you're not getting anything out of Victor Olofsson. Parker Kelly did not belong on that line, and Jack Drury's game has quieted down a little bit. Great. This is, to me, I just think I have no issues with this being the combination that they roll while it's still vibing like this. It's not going to last forever. So at some point, either Landeskog or Colton will switch with Nichushkin, depending on who's playing well at the time. And that's kind of the secret sauce of the Avalanche this year, is that you're not looking at it and saying, this guy's a hard top six player. You can't move that guy up. This guy's a hard third line player. You can't move that guy up. You can't like this guy can't play down in a lineup. We're going to get into Gavin Brindley here at some point, replacing Victor Olofsson, because that's just where the roster is right now. Like, it's the ultimate champagne problem, I guess, if you want to call it that. And feel great about where all their games are.
For me, too, like that's just another weapon in the arsenal for this team to have such great versatility.
Yep.
At their disposal. Like regardless of what combination you make of the top three lines, that you're going to get something maybe that's not producing, but that's performing well on the ice. Sure. And they're playing their roles. They're doing what they need to do as far as identity goes for this team.
AJ, you alluded to it. When Brindley does come back, is it really going to be Olofsson that's the odd man out, or could we see a Kiviranta or a Parker Kelly or possibly even a Bardakov come out of the lineup?
Well, I think we were expecting Brindley to be out a little bit longer. Yeah. So we thought that Kiviranta was going to have a little bit of a longer runway, but also Victor Olofsson was going to have a little bit of a longer runway to kind of work his way back into being an impact guy for them. That hasn't really happened, and I just cannot see Kiviranta coming out of the lineup for Gavin Brindley. Frankly, I don't know that anybody's going to come out of it right now. I think if I had to pick a guy right now, it's Victor Olofsson, just because Olofsson's been a little quieter for a couple of weeks. But that's an awful lot of deference to a guy who has like 15 NHL games played.
Yeah.
As well as Gavin Brindley had played, like I think the likeliest solution right now is he doesn't come back into your lineup. Like he's just your healthy scratch that you're kind of just waiting to get to move into your lineup. But Victor Olofsson has opened up the door. He's gone dark here a little bit, and with Kiviranta and Kelly, these are PK guys. Now you could the other name that you could talk about here is Zakhar Bardakov comes out and Parker Kelly moves back to the fourth line center. And then you kind of go back to where you started with Kiviranta, Brindley, and Kelly as your fourth line. That's something that I think would also make plenty of sense. But there's a good argument to be made that Zakhar Bardakov's best 2 weeks of the season are the last 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And so you're kind of in this spot here of again, like it's crazy to say that this guy with just a handful of NHL games played, especially knowing the way that NHL coaches just love them some NHL vets.
Yep.
But like Brindley might just be displacing one of those guys. And my personal favorite on the guess right now is I would say it's Olofsson, but knowing Bednar, I mean Bardakov just makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah.
That's the point that I was going to bring up too, is in the time that Brindley has played so far, Bednar has shown like how much trust
He's given him minutes.
he's got. Yeah, like a guy who's shown to Bednar's standards that he can be a top 6 guy.
Yep.
And if he is ready to go, if he is feeling as close to 100% as he can be, and doctors okay him, like I don't see how Bednar doesn't put him back in the lineup. And the first guy that comes to mind for me, unfortunately, with how good Zakhar Bardakov has been in the last 2 weeks, I think that's the guy.
Yeah. Bednar clearly doesn't place the importance of him being a center nearly as much as we or the Avzosphere does. So
definitely not. It just hurts you in two different ways, because you're taking Kelly out of the wing where he's been at his best, and you're putting him in at center. And I just think it hurts you in two different ways, where you're just like, it just doesn't need to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with Olofsson playing as quietly as he has over the last few weeks.
I want to continue on that conversation, but we do need to take our first break of the show first. So let's shout out some sponsors here. Aura Frames is the answer to every holiday gifting moment. Never struggle again to find the perfect holiday gift and get with Aura Frames. My wife and I got one for my in-laws and they absolutely love it. And the coolest part is when you give it as a gift, they have it set up so on the box you can scan a QR code and send your own pictures into the frame before you even unpackage it. So when they open it up, it'll be a personalized gift and you'll see your photos in there. Her parents absolutely love getting the updates. When you download the Aura app, you can send pictures there. We send pictures of our dogs to her parents all the time, keep them updated on what's going on with our family. So it's a perfect gift for any situation, for anyone that loves picture frames and photos in their house. Highly recommend if you haven't tried one out. Go take a look at one. For a limited time, save on the perfect gift by using auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver mat frames, named #1 by Wirecutter, by using promo code DNVR at checkout. That's auraframes.com, promo code DNVR. This deal is exclusive to listeners, and frames sell out fast. So order yours now to get it in time for the holidays. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Of course, terms and conditions apply. And once you have your Aura frame, make sure you get over to the presenting sponsor of our show, Bet365. When you sign up today, use code DNVR365, put at least $10 in your account, bet $5, win or lose that first bet, you get $150 in bonus bets. With that type of money, you can win some and probably get a better hair job than I got. That's for sure. Do it with Bet365. Bunch of amazing offers, bonus boosts, parlays. You can even get the early payout offer with the NHL. If you get a team that goes up by 3 and you pick them to win, you get paid out instantly. You don't have to sweat that one out, and you don't have to wait for that money to go into your account. Again, be sure to use the DNVR 365 code to get the $150 in bonus bets. Bet $5 on anything, win or lose. Of course, when you do gamble with Bet365, you must be 21 or older, physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER today. The second period of the DNVR Avalanche podcast presented by Bet365. Continuing on the conversation, and obviously we've already been speculating and we're drifting into longer term speculation here. The Olofsson for Brindley swap, I think, starts to make even more sense once you talk about LOC coming back too, right? Because LOC is going to step into your lineup as another penalty killer. You're going to start rounding out your bottom six as that, I'll call it a style of bottom six that Bednar prefers, more energy, more effort than maybe skill level. And you wonder how many guys like Olofsson, like, not that Brindley doesn't work hard, but I think Bednar clearly sees him as more of a skill guy. Is there enough spots in the lineup for those guys, or is Bednar going to want to fall back on an LOC, on a Kiviranta? It gets hard. Someone good is going to be scratched, is my point, when LOC gets back in the lineup.
Yeah, when LOC goes, I think it's Kiviranta. But like, it's the easiest, safest thing to do. This is me assuming that it's Bardakov that goes with Brindley coming back. But I mean, I don't know. Like, we don't know when LOC is going to come back, so there's still games to be played, you know? And like, I'm going to harp on this Victor Olofsson thing because Olofsson has 2 points in his last 10 games. Mm-hmm. He's only scored in 3 games this year. 2 of those games, he had multiple goals. So you're like, great, he's doing great. But like, he has 5 goals in 2 games and he has 1 goal in the other, 24 games? Like, that's not exactly what you were after.
Does have 10 assists as well, to be fair. But.
Yeah. And like, he has been productive in that way, but we've seen the limitations. Yeah, we've seen the limitations. He doesn't drive play. He's not like a natural playmaker. Yeah, he's a guy that you want shooting and draws a lot of attention because he is a shooting threat, and he can make plays off of that. But he's not going to break down a defense and create. He drives no play of his own, and it's not like he's great defensively. He's better. He's better than he used to be, for sure. Oh my God, I can't even tell you how awful he was in Buffalo. But he is serviceable now. But I just look between Victor Olofsson and Gavin Brindley. I'm just going, which guy do I trust night in and night out because of the work rate? Mm-hmm. I'm leaning a little bit towards Gavin Brindley, and if they go with Olofsson for a few weeks, I'm fine with that. But I would be bummed to see it be Bardakov because I feel like he started to sink his teeth into the job a little bit. He's gotten to play some more minutes lately, and he's done pretty well with them. Some of his strongest results of the season have all come in the last 6 games. I don't want to see him go because I want to see him develop into something that the Avs can actually rely on. And if he's good enough, they don't need to go out and get a 4C at the deadline, and we don't have to do all this. You know, we don't have to do this whole, we waited for this guy to come over from Russia for a year or 2, and then he does, and then the Avs barely play him, so he goes, I'm not about this life, and he leaves. Like, yeah. It's
seen that video a few times, yeah.
Right, and you can understand, like, you can understand that the Avalanche aren't sitting around waiting for guys to develop here, but he's competitive.
Yep.
Like, he is competitive. And that's a huge part of it. But I mean, which alignment gets you more excited about a third line? Is it Nichushkin, Olofsson, and Drury, or is it Nichushkin, Brindley, and Drury?
Brindley.
It's it's the latter.
Yeah, me too. For me too. And I would say, I would also say that Olofsson, I would probably feel differently if it's like Ross Colton on your third line.
Sure.
Then I'm probably going back and saying, all right, maybe I am a little more enthusiastic about it being Victor Olofsson. I just don't want it to be Bardakov because I want to see the kid actually take the job and run with it. And the only way that he can do that is to get that ice time. And he's gotten more and more and more over the last 2 weeks.
Yep.
And the
trust is coming.
I stress the strongest results of his season. He got with Zakhar Bardakov was on the ice for a goal against his first 2 games in the NHL. He went a billion games. Obviously an exaggeration, but he went whatever number of games he had played. Last night was the first time that he had been on the ice for a goal against at 5v5 since his second game. That's exactly what you want out of a fourth line center. Now he loses faceoffs, but this is the thing about Parker Kelly as well, taking that 4C spot. He also loses faceoffs.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing, but you're getting a worse version of a player that you really like on your wing. And so what are you really giving up? You have a more offensively tilted player in Bardakov, but he plays with that physicality. He's got good size. He's got good speed. I mean, he was fun last night against the Canucks. Like, he had some real moments where you're looking at him and you're going, this just pops. This fits. He plays the Avalanche style of hockey, and he does all the little things that you want. And he's constantly working and has slowly gotten better since the start of camp. Just getting little bit by little bit over the course of the season. Like, I am, me personally, because I'm a hater, I am more adverse. I am more a proponent of taking out Yoel Kiviranta as the lineup gets healthier with either Brindley or LOC, because
It's a matter
Kiviranta
of
is, I think, more of a
when.
traditional 13th forward. Exactly, it's a matter of when. I'm not saying that Bardakov is untouchable, but I want to leave him there for a while, because if they go with this Parker Kelly Band-Aid, then we know how this goes. They're not going to go back to Bardakov, barring more injuries. Then at the deadline, they're going to go, well, we wanted a center because we want Parker Kelly at wing. You can have Parker Kelly at wing. You just have to put him there. You just have to do it. And so you're in this weird spot here where you love your wing depth. And Gavin Brindley has made this a hard conversation because he just sort of crashed this party. This wasn't supposed to be a thing for them. He was just too good. And we saw, until Nichushkin's return last night, since Brindley left the lineup. Now, he wasn't entirely on the third line forever. He wasn't even on the third line all that long, honestly. But we know that he brings an offensive dynamic and a work rate that is going to play no matter where he is in the lineup.
Yep. And it's hard for me because if you want to give Bardakov that runway, I kind of want to see him play with some more offensive talent. I want to see him play with Olofsson instead of Kiviranta, where maybe that play that he makes is actually getting a quality shot on net instead of dying on Kiviranta's stick. And this is no offense to Kivy. And I understand that every coach in the NHL is like, I don't care about this on my fourth line. I'm playing my fourth line to grind teams out and work hard and not lose me the game. But I don't think the Avs are at a lack of things like penalty killers, especially if LOC is back in your lineup. So I don't know. I think AJ's initial thought is probably correct that maybe we just see Brindley sit for a little bit more than anything. But
yeah,
also, I don't think there's really a bad lineup combination here. I don't think you can make the wrong lineup. The other side of this is, let's be honest, someone's going to get dinged up and then there's just going to be an open spot and that'll be that. But
never ever, Tiff.
So is what it is on that front.
No, and that's kind of where I sit, is we're sitting here having this conversation about a guy who might draw back into the lineup by the end of this road trip. Might. So that's my thing.
And why I don't think it's going to be Kiviranta, he's got full trust from his coaching staff, and he's precisely what Jared Bednar wants.
Yeah.
In a fourth line guy, in just a fourth line guy. He's fearless. He plays hard. You know what you're going to get from him every night. The aberration you get from Kiviranta is when his offense is good.
Yep.
Not when his offense is bad. You know that that's going to be the case. So I think if I'm coaching the Avalanche, it's Kiviranta, but I'm a hater. knowing that Jared Bednar loves that guy, like I think that a game for Olofsson, this isn't even an every night thing, but a game for Olofsson to be like, hey, you need to pick it up, man. Like, remind him you're on a 1-year deal. You're fighting for your NHL future. Like, we have seen this. We've compared Victor Olofsson so much to Andre Burakovsky. Guess who benefited from this exact treatment over and over and over during his time in Colorado?
catch
It
a
was
healthy
Andre
scratch,
Burakovsky.
and you got the best version of Berkey after. Yeah.
Exactly. Same thing with Nikita Zadorov. Like you send him the message, you sit him for a game, and you say, just take a night off, like recharge the battery and
Get going. Yep.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. And then
Look.
the next game, there's a decent chance somebody gets hurt, and Gavin Brindley won't have to come out of the lineup anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But like, Rudo, I think you make the best point here. I don't think there's a wrong answer.
Yep.
I just don't trust that there's going to be like, oh, we got Gavin Brindley in his 15 games or whatever.
There doesn't have to be a wrong answer, but there might be a most correct answer. And what we want isn't necessarily that, but we think it is.
Yeah.
Look, all I'll say is if Jim Nill wins GM of the year for navigating all the injuries Dallas has this year, I'm going to freak out. Just because C-Mac should have won it last year. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
That's a losing battle for us, though.
We do need to take our second break of the show, so let's shout out a few more sponsors. You've heard us talk about Ent Credit Union before on this show and their official Broncos checking products. Well, there's a ton of great stuff there. Obviously, you can still win tickets to Broncos games, you get discounts at Empower Field, and a bunch more like exclusive merch and things on that front, but they're piling on even more than that when it comes to the perks. For those who are interested in signing up, they're giving you $200. Yep. $200 will be dropped right into your account after meeting just a few easy requirements, and the debit cards that come with it, they're fire. We've already mentioned the Bo Nix one. You can get a Broncos branded one just generally. There's also a PS2 throwback card that'll be available at all service centers on December 1st. So they're already out there. Make sure you go get them. They're almost like collectibles. So the playoff push heating up, now's the time to lock it down. Join in with Ent Credit Union and get the perks, get the card, and get the $200. If you're ready to bank like a Bronco, head over to ent.com/DNVR to learn more. That's ent.com/DNVR to learn more. Insured by NCUA, membership required, account requires associated Ent Broncos debit card, requires $100 deposit and activation of debit card within 30 days of account opening. And once you've got your money from Ent Credit Union, it's time to kick back, relax, and choose chill with Coors Light. Go get yourself some ice cold Coors Light. They're available at pretty much every liquor store in the country. Cold lagered, cold packaged, cold filtered, just to stay fresh and refreshing for you. Whenever the moment, it's a great time to choose chill, whether you're watching a hockey game or whether you're burning your scalp with bleach that didn't work very well. Either way, Coors Light is the beer, and you don't even have to leave your house. When I'm sitting in the bathroom worried about the bleach, I can go to CoorsLight.com/DNVR to get it delivered right to my front door thanks to Instacart. So go do it. Get with Coors today. Make the most out of the times you choose chill. Make sure the mountains are blue on the bottle or the can so you know it's ice cold and ready to drink when it comes to Coors Light. Whenever the time, whenever the place. CoorsLight.com/DNVR gets it delivered right to your front door thanks to Instacart. Please drink responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Third period of the DNVR Avalanche podcast presented by Bet365. Let's switch gears here because the Olympics and the NHL is starting to turn into a debacle.
Yeah.
We had heard rumblings at the start of the NHL season that there were concerns about the Olympic hockey facilities not going to get done. We found out over the last couple of the days, apparently they measured wrong and the ice is going to be shorter than NHL ice, and it's just an absolute mess. Bill Daly said, it was either today or yesterday, that like if the rinks aren't done and correct, then the NHL players aren't going. Is this really so bad that we seriously might just have 3 weeks of nothing in the middle of the season because the NHL doesn't go to the Olympics?
I think you come down to it, some players will probably go, but you'll probably have enough players complaining about it and deciding to boycott it for it to be an issue. I think that's the happy medium where I sit.
Sure.
But at this point too, like when you get another Olympics, now this is a concern.
Well, surely it's the secret third answer and they just find a different facility, right? Like it can't be that hard to find proper ice in Europe.
Yeah. They're going to end up playing in Switzerland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Milan, Switzerland Olympics.
Yeah, exactly.
I find it. I don't know. I find that hard to believe that they would go and do that, like jump to that length, just because that's another like complicated situation that they have to run to. Whereas the easy answer is just be like, okay, if you have a problem with it, don't come.
Yeah, I have to think that the players want to play, like
No, absolutely.
regardless of nonsense going on. I have to think the players want to play
Yeah.
for their rink, no matter, or for their team, regardless of the rink. But this is hearsay, by the way. I don't know if this is true or not, but what I heard was when they were doing the adjustments, they took the rink measurements and rounded it down to 2.5 centimeters per inch instead of being exactly 2.54 centimeters per inch. And over the course of 200 feet, that's like a pretty significant error. I don't know if that's true, but that's just what was going around. So
Ends up being like a 4-foot difference, and now
Yeah.
you've got like this
Yeah.
pseudo tiny rink, and you're like, what do we do here? Because we're not even talking about it being Olympic-sized ice. It's smaller than an NHL ice.
Right.
Yeah. Which that's where a lot of
What?
like NHL players are not known for being like level-headed people either. Like
That's
they're
true.
known to kind of complain a little bit, and we love them so much more for it. But like you look at a guy like a McDavid, like a McKinnon who play with speed. That is a lot less ice for them to make do with and make something out of. And I feel like I remember, maybe this is a fever dream or something, but I remember from years ago where this is a similar situation happened, and you had tons of NHL players being like, "No, this was horrible because
Yeah.
I had this much less ice to play with."
I mean, I think it's interesting from two fronts. One, we've seen this movement kind of starting where international stuff is moving more and more and more towards NHL ice. This recognition of the like high flying offense and high paced games has been pushing its way into the international sphere as what the IIHF, the IOC, what international hockey wants more of. I don't have any details about the Olympic Committee. I'm not going to pretend to know how they screw up this royally bad. But there are certain things where like this is legitimately dangerous, right? Giving guys 4 feet less of ice, if you're going in on a hard icing race or something and you run out of room now, especially in what a player might not be used to. I get it. I get concerns from the NHL about risk for injury and things like that more than just the normal. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how it happens. I don't know what you do about it. The NHL. I am gonna say my eyebrows are up a little bit here because the NHL has fought against them going back to the Olympics so hard.
Yeah.
Like they clearly did not want it. Owners didn't want it, and
They're
you
just
can
looking
understand
for a
why
reason.
that's
Yeah.
the case.
This is going to be
Yeah,
another
and then-
reason for Bettman like 4 years from now to be
Right.
like, nah, this is not happening
Like
again.
the second there was a positive COVID test in the last Olympic cycle, he was like, "Oh no, we're not going to that. No sir." And you were like, "Yeah, all right." I mean, like, what do you say about this, right? And then we started hearing this over a year ago that there might be something up with this arena.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
it gets built, and you're like, "Oh, no, the ice is too short." And you're like, I'm not trying to sound too much like a conspiracy theorist here, but
Need a tinfoil hat
I've already
graphic.
had enough tinfoil.
Yeah.
Today, all right, we don't need
like what is going on here? And are the Avalanche just better off not having half their roster at the Olympics right now? Because coming into the year, I thought, hey, this is a long shot that a guy like Brock Nelson is going to be on that roster. But right now, it's like,
Yeah, he may be making it.
Brock
thing that
Nelson's been a really good two-way center for them. He could be a 4C for Team USA.
I don't know. It's for me too. Like I go back to how much of this is going to be a problem for some players, and then if you're having this much issue with the rink itself, what else behind the scenes don't we know that's going awry that like could cause more issues? That's
Oh,
just
totally.
another thing to stack.
Yeah, I mean,
That this is just another thing for me. Bettman's just I told you. Like I'm not gonna say I told you so, but I absolutely told you so.
I think it's like the IOC and then FIFA as like the most corrupt organizations in sports, to be fair. So
Yeah, corrupt and incompetent.
yeah.
Like the greatest combination in the world.
And the thing is, like, this sucks for everybody but the NHL owners, the players, the fans, the world. Everyone wants to see best on best international hockey on proper ice rinks.
Yep.
So, like,
Yeah.
please just fix it. Like, I don't know what else to say.
What? It's December 3rd.
Yeah.
What can they do to fix it? I don't know what goes into this, but it does. The whole thing comes across as like, what? How do you mess this up?
Yeah.
Like,
it's giving I wanted to take the easy way out,
Yeah,
and so I did,
100%.
and now I'm paying for it. And yeah, it's ridiculous.
yeah, and the NHL owners just gave the IOC an extra $50 million or so that they would make it wrong and get the NHL out of this whole thing. Great,
Yep.
great, makes sense.
I did want to quickly run through the Avs. If they do go to the Olympics, obviously McKinnon, Makar, Taves all going. Nate just obviously going for Czechia. Landeskog captaining the Swedish team. That's 5 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're all pretty
Lehkonen.
confident Lecky will be going for Finland, though maybe not 100%.
Yeah, he's going for Finland.
He's going. Brother.
He's going
You have
for
to-
Finland.
You would have to be the. No, I refuse to entertain.
I'm not
Andrew
entertaining
Lehkonen.
this.
Not on
Lecky's
Finland.
going to Finland.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
You mentioned Brock Nelson. Lately, the Team USA projections have not had him on it.
I get it.
Do we think he makes it?
He continues at
I
the
think
pace
he'll be
he
like
is.
a borderline.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I won't argue with that. Realistically, the only other guys you'd be looking at is one of the goalies.
Yeah.
Wedgwood.
Both of the goalies.
I would be pretty shocked if it's both.
No, that's complete jokes.
I'd be a little bit shocked if it's one, to be honest with you.
I don't know how deep the Czechia roster is, so I'm just going to assume that Ivan isn't in contention for that. I guess I just haven't looked at their roster. I don't know how quickly it falls off, so I don't know. Do they have any Slovakians? I don't know that there would be a Slovakian that we have to really worry about there.
No.
Is Sweden down bad enough to take Olofsson or something?
No. Not with 2 points in his last
Bro's
10
gotta put up,
games.
Like 3 more hat tricks in the next like 2
months.
weeks.
About to be his best 2 months of his life.
Right, yeah.
Okay. So somewhere between 6 and 8 guys.
I think the biggest conversation, going back to the goaltenders though too, like I mean, I feel like Binnington's been the biggest conversation for this.
He's been
how much more
So
horrible do things have to
Right.
get for Jordan Binnington, for Scott Wedgwood to get higher on that list for Team Canada?
Yeah, I mean, is it even going to be Wedgwood? Is Blackwood just going to pick up right where he left off? This is why it's not the most ridiculous thing that they just decide, hey, we're going to take Logan Thompson and then the Avs goalies. And like one of like Scott Wedgwood could be like the third guy.
Yeah.
Sure.
And like you
Sign
roll
me
into that
up.
tournament with Logan Thompson and Mackenzie Blackwood as your tandem, you're honestly fine.
Yeah. Sounds great.
But you know that I think it's Doug Armstrong that's the GM of Team Canada. He's not leaving Jordan Binnington home, no matter how poorly that guy plays.
No.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm bringing my guy, and I would absolutely love to see Team Canada pay the price for that.
Damn.
Yeah.
All the way down for Brock Nelson to get the gold medal winning goal.
Bro's traveling to Milan in a dumpster and he'll still play. Like that's honestly at this point.
Oh, he's gonna take St. Louis with him?
Apparently. There we go. That's amazing. But yeah, that's where I stand on that. I definitely maybe we are biased in saying like the Avs goaltending tandem is great. One of them at this point might deserve a deeper look at that second spot.
Yeah. I mean, it should start with Logan Thompson and then open competition.
Yep.
hope Blackwood makes it or hope Wedgwood makes it, or why not both? I want as many Avs there as possible, and I want them to actually go. So
Yeah. Maybe not to Switzerland either. Let's have it all in Milan.
I don't
Please.
really care if they go to Italy or Switzerland.
Switzerland's
It's just
awesome
a
too.
weird.
It's fine.
They're all gonna miss out on the Olympic Village experience, so that I guess that sucks for them. But like Switzerland's nice; they would have fun.
Yeah.
They can hang out with Mark Barberio and Sven Andrighetto.
Dude, might be better off that way with some of the Olympic Village beds I've seen. Those
Yeah.
I guess it depends. Like, do you remember the Sochi Olympics? Like
Yeah.
the Olympic Village accommodations, where it was like, oh, all the athletes are like taking videos of their rooms, going,
Our bed frame is made of cardboard. Like this is bad.
Yeah, like they were like, this is worse than the worst hotel I've ever stayed in. What's happening here? Yeah, good memories.
Yeah.
We
Maybe that is for the best.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Wow. Okay.
We do need to take our final break of the show, so let's shout out a few more sponsors. If you have an e-commerce platform, make sure you're getting with Shopify. Shopify is about 10% of all e-commerce in the US, and there have been millions of businesses around the world. Whatever dreams you had as a kid, the reality is they're probably not the same as an adult. Right now, you might be worrying more about getting the most out of the bang for your buck. Shopify does a great job of that, especially if you've used marketplaces in the past. They usually take a pretty big fee. You can cancel out so much of that with Shopify and setting up your own storefront through them. And they do a ton of it for you. They have everything covered, whether it be product descriptions, email and social media marketing, more than that too. They even have AI tools designed to help you maximize sales with your website creation. If you're ready to sell, you're ready for Shopify. Turn your business idea into cha-ching with Shopify on your side. Sign up for the $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/allcity. That's shopify.com/allcity. Cha-ching. Once you've made a little bit of extra money with Shopify, you're going to want to probably put that away because crazy things do happen. And when something crazy happens, New Built Restoration and Construction will be there. They work with licensed general contractors who can help with any project, big or small, and they're available 24/7 and truly care about being there for their customers. The over 600 reviews prove that to be true. They'll work with your insurance to make sure a stressful process is as smooth as possible. They have repair services from fire damage, water damage, mold removal, repairs, commercial projects, and more. And they're true DNVR fans. They've been part of the DNVR family for a long time, and we're excited to support their business on the other side of it. So when the home emergency hits, New Built Restoration and Construction will be there at nubilt.com, or you can call 720-903-4254. That's newbuilt.com or 720-903-4254. When you do call, let them know DNVR is the one who sent you over there. Final period of the DNVR Avalanche podcast presented by Bet365. I did want to get into our primary topic of the day because
yeah, finally.
It's that time of year. Every time we get past American Thanksgiving and the conversation around the NHL starts up of bring out the 3-point system. We need the 3-2-1 in the standings. It's better and this, that, and the other thing. And I think we all understand why the NHL doesn't do that. They want to create this artificial parity in the league that makes things close. But at what point is the parity like going too far the other direction? At what we look at the East and it's like 3 points separate last place from a playoff spot. Have we pushed this too far? Is the false parity just detracting from the NHL now, or are you guys cool with this?
I'm fine with it. It doesn't bother me.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm kind of in the same boat. I'm not complaining, but that's also
The
Avs are in a good spot.
I,
so like that helps. That certainly helps.
I will say this.
And like,
go ahead.
The Avs are getting rewarded for being the best team. They have 18 regulation wins.
Yeah.
That is 4 more than second place. That's the number one tiebreaker. Like, they're losing games in their 6 of their 7 losses are in overtime, so they've benefited from it. Mm-hmm. I don't really have a problem here.
Okay. My general frustration with it, and I know this is more of a feel than an actual reality thing, but we're talking about an 82-game NHL season, a game they're extending to 84 games next year. And when you talk about this artificial parity,
Yep.
you look at so many of these games, and so many of these games going to overtime, and both these teams get a point, and you look at it, and with the standings being so close, it feels like you could just throw 30 games every year in the bin. They don't even matter for the most part. And I worry about that detracting from the everyday NHL product. I get it makes for good storylines because these teams have been close all year, and then you get big games down at the end of the season. But when you're in it, sometimes it just feels like, oh, it's another game on a Thursday night that doesn't really mean a whole lot. I don't know.
There's nothing you can do about that.
You could play less games.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the
Maybe.
owners aren't going to go, here, let's take money out of our
Take
pockets.
that to Gary
Like,
Bettman. See how he feels about that.
Yeah, the only way that you could make random games late in the season on a Thursday night matter is to introduce a relegation system, and we're not going to do that. So,
yeah. Although,
I mean,
did you guys see those board ads from TSN the other week?
no.
Oh my god! Some intern got fired, for sure.
Bad?
Senators. It was advertising Senators versus Rangers, and the team abbreviation for Rangers was the New York Islanders. And then it's TSN, so it's in Canada, so they're like selling tickets, and the website said Sean Tours, misspelled senators.com on the board ads for to go get your tickets.
Tough day at the office.
That's that sounds like it. Was this like recent? Like
within a week ago.
Dude's still coming off of Thanksgiving vacation or something.
So I'm assuming that person got hired by Altitude like immediately.
Oh no. No.
They did the Tampa Bay symbol for the Canucks last night. It did happen.
Oh God. No.
Hey, as somebody that messes up on a normal basis, we get tired. I don't know. I don't know. I have no excuse.
My real big problem with the Altitude broadcast more than anything else is that they just can't keep the puck on the screen.
Oh my!
That's it.
Is this what we're going to?
Oh God! I had a
that was it.
Rant
like that was.
This.
I don't.
Last night was a nightmare.
I don't think it's just Altitude though. Like I've noticed multiple broadcasts where the puck tracking with the camera crew has been so bad. It's like it makes it almost unwatchable to a point. Like it's so bad.
It's bad. It's genuinely terrible around the league right now. That was going to be another topic for today, but we really don't have a ton more time because I did want to get into, and AJ, you were talking about this in the Discord earlier today. Not necessarily the parity side of things, but you look at the Colorado Avalanche, and first of all, the three best teams in the NHL are all in the Central Division, which F off with that. Please stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But secondly, go ahead.
Fun fact. Colorado, Dallas, and Minnesota, 3 regulation losses in the month of November.
Yeah, dumb.
Those 3 teams combined, 3 regulation losses. Just saying.
Okay.
And the backside of that is,
all right.
How bad does it feel? Especially to be Minnesota. Minnesota's sitting there going, we beat the Avalanche in the past 2 weeks, and we've lost ground to them by going 8-1-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Avs are just that good.
Yeah.
And you lost ground.
Yeah. I loved the quote after that too. That was saying like that just means we're the better team or something like that too.
Yeah, the Walston quote.
Yeah, which is like,
and then
okay, but like your team's still 8-1-1.
Well, then they lost
at that point.
Buffalo in the shootout, and the entire Avs
was
like
Buffalo is better than Minnesota.
Right.
Buffalo's the better team. Yeah, that's I don't know. This division's a freaking gauntlet.
I hate it here, man.
It's not even really
of course
the division.
The best team for the Avs too is like
these 3 teams.
Yeah.
Yep. And a bunch of bums in the West.
Well, and it took Minnesota having like a they're on like a 13-game point streak or something. Like
Mhm.
and that's just to crawl back in it to the point where they're 9 points back with an extra game played over the Avalanche. So it's Minnesota might be third in the NHL in points right now, but they haven't separated from anybody.
Yeah.
They've used up their hottest streak of the season to just get in the mix.
And then
Like,
you've got a
they're-
Dallas who just lost another one of their best players to an ACL injury,
Yeah.
too, and Tyler Sagan. So
Yeah,
'Cause isn't it-
and they are closer to Minnesota than they are to Colorado, and that's without the games played advantage that the Avs have over them. So
Mhm.
I don't know why we're talking about. I mean, this is just more us marveling at it. That this is crazy.
The conversation I was going into is like, realistically, not winning the President's Trophy would be a disappointment from here for the Avs, right?
They're
Yep.
becoming a good enough regular season team that should be the expectation.
Yeah. I don't want to say they're going to run away with it, but it certainly feels like they probably should from here. So,
It's also early in the season.
yeah, of course. Who knows
too,
what the future holds?
so.
But
Yeah, I mean, they really need Dallas to just have like a.
One
they've had
bad
so
month.
many
Yeah.
injuries. They need
I-
Dallas to just have like 2 bad weeks, while the
Yep.
Avalanche don't. I mean, if the Avalanche just keep rolling along at like an 8-2 clip in their 10-game stretches, which
Yep.
obviously that's really, 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 really high. That's a very high expectation. But if they do that, Dallas won't catch them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unless Dallas stops losing entirely. Which
Yeah.
is, of course, on the table. But as somebody who just keeps saying that this is the 0-1, the spiritual reincarnation of the 0-1 team, no.
Just go do it.
They're
Yeah.
gonna go
Is
wire
it
to
that
wire.
easy?
They're gonna win it up. So
Dyeing my hair was that easy. So
Go see, go do. That's amazing.
it's
it's a cake.
it's ridiculous what the Avs are doing, obviously, but it does feel like every narrative is like twisting into how can teams compete with the Avs. This Tyler Sagan injury, immediately everyone's like, well, Dallas is going to go get Kadri now. Like, this is what they're going to do. You have even Utah. Everyone's like, well, Pete DeBoer's coming back to the Central. Utah's gonna fire Turnguy, and Pete DeBoer's gonna come coach that team. And a team that already gives the Avs fits is gonna become unbeatable for them.
Dallas's biggest problem there is assets.
Yeah, they are
They've
asset
got
poor for sure.
They've got 1 first-round pick. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna have a hard time unless they and like Maverick Bork doesn't hold the same prospect shine that he used to after a couple of years in the NHL now, where he hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
Like Calgary's going to be looking at it going, yeah, okay, we can deal, but we want Liam Bichel. Dallas going to do that?
Nope. Nope. Not in a million
He's
years.
also hurt, by the way.
Yeah, he's also out.
Yeah.
So there's that.
And obviously the injuries are stacking up for Dallas, but is more forwards really what Dallas needs? Like, do they not need to improve the right side of that defense desperately?
At this point, they just need to improve the defense, because even before he got hurt, Thomas Harley was horrible.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
It's Miro and Esa Lindell trying to drag that defense to relevance.
Yeah. Like Ilya Lyubushkin keeps doing yeoman's work playing on a second pairing role that he, like, on the Avalanche, Ilya Lyubushkin may not even be in the lineup.
Dude might be in the AHL on the Avalanche.
Like, I think he would be like, there's a good chance he'd be like Colorado 7. He'd be better. He's better than Ilya Solovyov.
Yeah.
But
is
after
he better
that,
than Jack
I don't know.
Ashawn, though?
I don't like. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, they like the Nazem Kadri stuff is crazy, because like you're going to use your assets, and it's like when they went and got Mikhail Granlund last year. It's not what you needed.
Not at all. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend like I know what Dallas is doing. We are winding down the show and need to get to a few super chats here, so let's make sure we hit those. $2 from Ryan, who says, better bit, bleached hair Rudo or jorts Rudo?
They're both funny. They're both good. I think I would put them on equal footing.
At risk of saying something I probably shouldn't. The carpet doesn't match the drapes, so the jorts aren't coming out for the blonde hair. I'll put it to you that way.
Why, man? I will say both are better bits than me wearing banana pants, which my girlfriend doesn't love when I wear them around the house now.
Do not think that chat would agree with that take. But
P.S. Those pants are so comfortable.
well, then wear them.
Wear the heck out of them, dude.
279 from Benny, who says, giving Mark Davis vibes. Rudo, I saw a couple other people say
Yes!
that too. It is pretty good. The bowl cut is just about right for the Mark Davis. Yeah.
That's what's been in my brain this whole time. Mark Davis. There it is. Thank you to whoever that is. Yes.
My ends are too dark, though. I didn't quite get the ends blonde enough to go full Mark Davis. And then
he's richer than you are. It's a sharper cut, and he just gets it done every morning.
That's amazing.
And then a huge super chat from Ryu, $50 that says, Rudo, here you go for the tips.
Yeah.
Look, my game plan right now is just to grow this out until this becomes frosted tips.
Yeah,
so.
you'll get there eventually.
But then my hair is going to start like curling at the ends, and it's going to get really weird. But we'll see what happens.
So here for the frosted tips.
I don't know, like. I don't know what I'm doing, and like clearly I just did this by myself in the bathroom in 2 hours this morning, but we can settle another. If you guys keep giving us a ridiculous amount of super chats, I'll do whatever. I'll bleach it even blonder and figure out frosted tips, but it's got to be a lot. It's not going to be cheap.
Set it at like 5 or 10, like $50 super chats.
Yeah,
or
I mean,
something ridiculous.
This was 1,000, so to hit another 1,000. That's
okay.
That's where we're at.
All right.
Beyond that, great time. This is like the last 8 hours you have to become a diehard for $26 for the year. It's going to be our best deal of the year, and it's not coming back. So make sure you go do that if you're not a diehard already. You can go read the amazing pieces from both Bailey and AJ that are up there, whether it be the instant reactions or bigger pieces. We talked about the goaltenders going to Team Canada. Well, if you want more insight on both of them, Bailey has a great piece on that. AJ studs and duds are always amazing. Yeah, and if you want to see more of my blonde hair, go check out my reviews. Not my last one because, my hair was still brown. But anyway, lots of cool stuff. Consider supporting us. That's all I got. We're already well into overtime here. So we're going to wrap this up. We appreciate all y'all. This has been the DNVR Avalanche podcast presented by Bet365.
We all silly like the mayor.